What's up, y'all? It's your girl Brandy from Stay Snatched, and today we're making a creamy beer cheese soup. This has the perfect blend of savory, rich flavor. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend you do. I'm pairing it with my homemade sweet potato cornbread, drizzled in some butter. This is the perfect pairing. Let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the ingredients. Yes, you'll need some beer, 12 ounces of it. I recommend using your favorite beer or any beer that you actually like. Don't use something that you don't like how it tastes. To keep this from having an overly bitter flavor, I also recommend using something that's really on the light end, but you can't go wrong with any beer that you personally like for sure. And if you aren't a beer drinker, then just err on the side of going light. For the veggies, I have some classic veggies here: celery, onions, garlic, and carrots. And then I have bacon and flour. The flour is going to get this soup nice and thick. The bacon just adds another layer of flavor and richness. Then I have some broth as well. You can use chicken broth, vegetable broth, whatever you like. For my spices, I have cayenne, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. I'm gonna first start by cooking that bacon. I'm using a Dutch oven here. You can use any heavy bottom pot. I'm just gonna cook this bacon until it is crisp. It's going to soften up in the soup. So if you're looking for crispy bacon for this soup, I recommend adding the bacon at the end. So I'm just gonna cook this until it's browned. Then I'm going to add in all of my veggies. I want to saute those with the bacon so that they have so much flavor as well. You only need to saute the vegetables for a few minutes until the vegetables are soft and fragrant. You can smell all of the good aroma of the onions and the garlic. If you have any excess bacon grease, you can drain that as well. I like to keep just a little bit in there for flavor. And then I'm gonna add in the flour. I always add in the flour in multiple stages because if you dump it all in there at once, it's gonna just turn into a big clump. So I like to add a little bit of flour, stir, and then add a little bit more and give everything a stir until that flour is incorporated. And now I want to deglaze the bottom of that pan. As you can see, there are brown bits on the bottom of that pan, primarily from the bacon. So I'm going to add a little bit of broth, and I'm using a wooden spoon to glide along the bottom of that pan and scoop up those brown bits. I'm going to leave that in the soup because since they're from the bacon and from the veggies as well, it has so much flavor. So we're just deglazing the bottom of the pan, and then I'm going to add in the remaining broth and give everything a good stir. Then I'm going to add in the beer here along with the spices. And this is where you should really season to taste. Give everything a stir, taste it, add more spices. You can also do that at the end once we get the cheese in here, but the key to good cooking is season as you go. Season and taste as you go. Once that reaches a rolling boil, I'm going to place the lid on the pot and lower the heat to low and allow that to cook for 15 minutes. And then I have some grated cheddar here along with some heavy cream. After the 15 minutes, I'm going to pour in that cream, add in that cheese, give everything a good stir. This is when it gets nice and rich and creamy. So much flavor in this soup. The combination of the cheese, the beer, the cream, and the garlic just gives you such an out of this world taste. It's so indescribable. I love it so much. It's so savory, so rich. I'm topping it with a little bit more bacon, green onions, more shredded cheese, and of course my homemade cornbread. You must check out the recipe for that too.